Hi guys, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to talk about the new game that just came out, Elden Ring, give our thoughts and other opinions, tips and tricks, all good stuff like that.
Yeah. So our initial thoughts on it was it's really good. Like I'm a I played a lot of the Souls games, so it's not too new to me, but it's a big world to say the
Yeah,
least.
yeah, I've only played Bloodborne, so I don't have a whole lot of experience with it, and Bloodborne's way different. This one's, I felt like it was more noob friendly, like accessible, and then I just started getting slapped all over the place by stuff, so I might take back that opinion.
Yeah, I mean, I still feel like it is to an extent.
Yeah, because PvP is way more accessible than the other games. You don't have to have it. Early game PvP, like multiplayer for cooperation, was hard to get into with Bloodborne because you needed insight. But this one, you can just farm flowers.
Yeah, like literally everywhere. But yeah, other than that, yeah, the game overall is really good. I know it had a little bit of a rough launch on PC. I know with PlayStation and Xbox, there it's like really good on there. Like that's the way to play.
Yeah, it is. It was rough on PC for a minute. I was getting frame drops and couldn't really play until a few hours after the launch. I had to update some stuff, but it's pretty much fixed itself from there.
Yeah, so it just definitely a solid game overall. And I mean, it's only the second month of the year, but it's my pick for game of the year already.
Yeah, it's definitely. I am gonna, depending on what else comes out this year, that's what I'm going for Game of the Year too.
Yeah, because I know God of War is supposed to be a really big one,
Yeah,
but
except how many people are gonna actually play it since they can't get a PS5.
that is true. I know Horizon Forbidden West came out last week, and people are loving that one too. So Elden Ring will have competition in that case.
It always get the last Horizon game released before some open world game too and got overshadowed.
I know.
I can't remember what game it was.
Yeah, I can't remember it. Can't remember it either. But it's it's always a shame. Like Horizon's such a good game, but it releases in really bad time.
Yeah. And
So
then we have our. I figured we'd talk about our builds. We both went Vagabond. I'm doing strength, but I got my strength up to 35, so I'm going to start going towards faith and intelligence now, so I can do incantations and sorcery.
yeah, so I'm for the most part I'm doing more just pure strength build, but I think I might be maybe leaning towards a quality build where I'll just be overall balanced everywhere. But I'm not. I'm getting through the strength build.
Yeah, it's working so far. You just it's rough in the beginning. You gotta take your time leveling up a little bit before you go fight stuff.
You do gotta grind. Gotta
Yeah,
not expect to go to the boss at the very beginning because that's not gonna go well.
yeah. The tree sentinel is definitely not the first boss. You should go fight Murgot or the Mariner first and level up before you fight the tree sentinel. You just do no damage.
Yeah. And with the Mariner, just get good with your horseback. Just get used to it because it's completely new system.
Yeah, the Mariner's a joke. You
Yeah.
should be able to eat him super easy.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, I think overall, great game. If we want to talk about the bosses in the world, like holy heck, I can't believe how big the map is. Like I still can't get over it.
Yeah, it's huge. I feel like I've barely discovered anything, and then you look at the map and then realize there's like an underworld underneath it.
Yeah, which is really really nice, and all the different mobs and enemies. Like how?
Yeah, the enemy variation is crazy. Like the first half an hour, I probably saw 10 different types of enemies.
Yeah. By the way, if you guys go to the right of the map, watch out for T Rex dogs. They are not fun.
No, they're not. None of them are.
It's not worth the 300 rune they drop.
No, it's not at all. There is a really good grinding spot in the top right of the map, but you have to get teleported. there, and then that's where the grind begins. Because the little midget things hit hard there, but they give you almost 1100 per kill.
Yeah, so it's just efficient, but like you said, it hits hard. So be careful. They have
Like
a
on your horseback.
they have beast claw,
They also have Beast Claw.
so that's not good. But for the bosses, we haven't gotten too many. Like I fought in a couple, and yeah, they're tough.
Yeah, they are. Godric destroyed me. I had the worst RNG of all time.
Yeah, I mean I beat him. I beat both Margit and Godric on my second try, but that's a lot of it's luck, to be honest.
Yeah, I beat Godric on my first try. The first one in the tutorial.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Hardest boss in the game.
Yep, and we still got about who knows how many more to go.
I know there's five, what they call them, shard holders?
Yeah,
Shard bearer? There's like five of those. But yeah, I mean, tips and tricks. I mean, really grind out before. You definitely want to level up before you fight bosses so you can actually do reasonable damage. Some bosses you can cheese on horseback, like the Tree Sentinel. Once you get the horse combat down, he's pretty easy.
yeah. There's but like I said, like the game's not very straightforward with most. Like you're supposed to find a couple like graces or bonfires if you've played the Souls games, in order to get horseback and stuff, and that might that's something that like the game just doesn't directly tell you. You just have to like find out.
Yeah, it doesn't. I didn't know what was happening. I sat down under Grace and got a cutscene.
Yeah, I think another trick or a tip I'd recommend before like engaging in boss fights is just have a good idea of what your what kind of build you want. Since we kind of did a little bit too late, and kind of stuck with where we are, which not too mad about it, but would have been
No.
nice to like do like a hybrid or something.
Yeah, can always. I mean, the game's definitely has a lot of replay value, so I'll definitely go back in my next playthrough and do a full on astrologer build.
Yeah. Then I think one of our biggest tips are don't don't fight the dragons unless you're on horseback.
Yes.
They are or at least don't try to fight a dragon in co-op because they are you can't use horseback in co-op, so you're stuck with like running up to them, and who knows what happens if they fly away.
Yeah, I don't really want to find out. They're already hard enough.
Yeah.
And I mean, spoiler alert, there's a dragon area. I turned around as soon as I saw it. I'm not about that life.
Yeah, not yet. There's also a dragon that will drop you 75k runes. So get a take advantage of that. You'll if you when you fight him you'll be such a low level you'll have like an idea of where you want to put your points into.
Yeah, that would be good because the amount you get from the amount of time it takes to get the runes that you need to level up at like level 40, it's like 13,000. That just takes a long time. So if you use them early, and then you can go from there. Because if you're super high leveled, that's going to give you like 5 levels.
Yeah. And then just the biggest trick is like change your times because you can have it to around morning, noon, and nighttime. Different mobs, which is like, and I didn't really find out about it till today.
Yeah, the bats are more active at night, and there's a boss in the beginning area that only shows up at night.
Yeah, but he should be. But when you notice him, he should be like noticeably easier than Tree Sentinel, so you shouldn't have an issue with him at all.
Yeah, I feel like I was definitely over leveled when I fought him, but I didn't know he only showed up at night.
Yeah. And some tricks. Just watch out for NPC invaders because some of them are pretty tough.
Yeah, they are. The one by the smoldering church destroyed me for a good 2 tries, 3 tries.
Yeah. But on the bright side, you get rune arcs and just powder just to do co-op. Oh, and onto that with co-op, I'd recommend, since Elden Ring only allows three friends at once, and an invader. I recommend someone goes a strength build, a dex build, and a magic build. That's like the perfect trio, in my opinion, right now.
Yeah, it is. That's halfway the reason why I wanted to go strength and magic.
But yeah, the multiplayer is great. I haven't gotten to do too much. I've helped out a couple people with some bosses, but that's about it. I haven't gotten a chance to do any like actual PvP, and with how underleveled we feel we are, not sure if we want to either.
Yeah, people are crazy. It's probably going to be a lot of jump slashes.
Yeah, rip the
Um,
iframes.
yeah, the iframes and long range magic.
Yeah, definitely one of our big recommendations are just explore. Like you're not really gonna find much if you don't like go out of your way to like find churches and stuff because you'll need to upgrade your flasks.
Yeah, and oh, another trick. If you see a little golden tree on the side of the road or in the map, go over there because it probably has a golden seed, and you need those for your flasks.
Yeah. And remember to level them up. I know there's a couple times where I'm just running through everyone and I had like, was it like 6 on me? It's like, oh, could have, I could have used those 3 more flasks. They would have been helpful.
Yeah, it would, and don't be afraid to just run past stuff on your horse and find graces so you can come back later.
Yeah, that's true. Crowd controlling it can be tough. It's not like how it was like, have you ever played Sekiro? Yeah, you can't crowd control in that game like at all.
Yeah. One trick for summoning people, I don't know if I'm dumb for not noticing it, but wait for them to put down their summon sign and then pop the finger, because then it'll show up. If you use the finger before, it doesn't pop up.
Yeah. Yeah, we had some issues with it last night, but we get the hang of it now, so everything's like all good.
Yeah. And abuse the fast travel. When you're grinding, you can just fast travel to a grace and level up right away as long as you don't have an enemy aggroed on you. You don't lose any runes or anything.
Yeah, and don't don't do the good old go into the boss fight and teleport back to the rune because you can't do that.
Yeah, it doesn't work. Learned that the hard way.
I learned that the way too. I guess it's the first boss, like the first like actual boss you'll most likely fight in the game is Margit, and I guess our best recommendation is dodge as he's like doing his attacks. It's really delayed and it's not fun.
Yeah, whoever did that did all that delay on purpose. They knew what they were doing.
Yeah, and then definitely summon the NPCs. Like I know you get the good old like oh it's not a real win, but it doesn't matter. You're doing their storylines. They tank, so
They do. They're a big help. Except for the first one, Roger. He sucks.
yeah. All he did was not even use sorcery. He just stood there in front of Margit the whole time.
Yeah,
Took all those
he's
hits
like,
though, which is impressive, but still.
yeah, he's a tank, but he's not doing damage.
Yeah. And then any more recommendations? I'm trying to think of off the top of my head.
We've gone over most of them. Haven't really gotten too far into the game to have a lot. Game's
Oh
huge.
yeah, that's true. Yeah, the game just came out on Friday, but yeah, it's we've already put a good amount of time into it, and just to say, we're loving it. But I think overall, definitely like apart from the performance issues, it's an easy 10 for me.
Yeah, it's 10 for me too.
Yeah, so that's all we have for today. We'll see you guys in the next one.